Okay, I'm gonna go first. Ready? Staff and families work together in relationships based on equality and respect.
So what are we doing after we leave?
We are going to, what are our operating values? And we're going to say, what do we want to talk about? Yeah, that's
So staff enhances families' capacity to support the growth and development of all family members, adults, youth, and children.
Families are resources to their own members, to other families, to programs, and to community. Like that, each in their own.
I think our staff empowers young people to be a voice in their community.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do we think is the good value in these here 9 questions, right?
Yeah, like a cultural.
Well, like I said, number 4 sounds like a pretty good, because that's pretty respecting.
So I'll put number 4 with one of the ones that are
And then just as some like
focus on what?
focus on cultural, racial, and respect, sensitivity.
So for people that can't afford medication,
also keep in
they come to
contact
the
with
medical
families
assistance office at the hospital, and we find out on a website if they qualify to get free medication. So usually for brand new medication,
I can't remember now, but Stacy put them in for September, starting September. I think it was ESL. Yeah, she's Spanish speaking. I think it was an ESL class, and Stacy was supposed to
It was actually talking about we should think about there might be people, there might be some that provide the same ESL
because I set up with Stacy, it was she had to give the information, she told me the classes, she was going to put them in.
Practitioners work with families to mobilize formal and informal resources to support family development.
Okay, just curious.
You guys know it's early childhood.
So it's kind of.
So we want to have Josh demands attention.
Yes.
Yes, demands attention. So tell us what your group so what's going to happen here is that we're going to have all of the colored groups, different colors, report back what their subgroups did, and then we're going to choose 4 to 6 of the best ones from all of the groups to then put on this flip chart here, and then report back to the 100% group, to everybody. So the operating values that we want to choose are ones that, kind of by a show of hands, if you feel that your program and the Lutheran lives it, we're going to choose the 4 to 6 most popular, or the ones that everybody likes the most. So, go ahead.
Okay. So we were all talking about, from our own program perspective, and we had a few different programs represented, but we liked some of the language and some of the principles, and it was hard to kind of like put that aside after looking at it and not be influenced by it. So we used some of it, and number 1 is programs provide comprehensive services to families that include adults, youth, and children to support the growth and development of all families. Looks familiar, no? Okay. Programs that have education as a focus work with participants to enable independence and self-sufficiency in the larger society. That's something a little bit different, and we didn't really see too much about education in the principles. Staff works with families to strengthen cultural, linguistic, and racial identities.
So Josh, which one did your group really feel like was the strongest out of the 3?
We didn't really talk about that so much.
Well, out of everybody here, which one do we really think is the strongest? 1, 2, raise your hands. 2, 1. Okay, anybody else? 3? So am I hearing a 2? Is everybody okay with me just putting a star next to the 2? Okay, great. All right, thank you, Josh. Okay, I'm going to have the blue group. Representative from the blue group. Okay.
Okay. So our group represented a lot of different areas: child care,
ESL, teaching families and children together, working with older adults, working in the community, in community outreach, so it's a really mixed bag. So some of the commonalities that we came up with, and again, we were, like Josh, we were sort of drawn to a lot of the verbiage in the package that you put out. We tried to get some other stuff out of us as well. We talked about, because we were all supporting different areas of the life cycle from infants to older adults, that we were doing community support throughout the entire life cycle of a person. Another thing that came up from all of us was building and helping to maintain independence, so working with families to help eventually as a long-term goal. Setting examples for independence, empowering families to make things better for their community and their children, and that included specifically an area where we were having, where parents, where we work with parents to help them realize that they're their own children's first teachers. So again, independence within the family and within the larger community, helping people break the cycle of poverty, and serving parents and children together, so serving entire families together.
Okay. Which one do we think is the most unique and also the strongest one of these phrases? Can anybody from that group or the group as a whole really say something that really stands out to them? Sheldon?
Supporting the life cycle. So it stands out to me, and empowering families also resonates with me.
Okay, so supporting the lifestyle, supporting the life cycle and empowering families. Okay. Does anybody else have any input?
I think for us, we really resonated with independence within the life cycle,
So
or along the life cycle.
Independence along the life cycle. So I'm just going to kind of highlight all these three, and Sheldon, you're going to have to make a sentence out of it. So, thank you. Great. So the white group. And I'm sorry if this process feels rushed, but we got a bit of time here today, so.
Good job, Lucas.
Good job, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm representing the white group. I think our members were involved with Project Safe, Even Start, and Reach Out and Read. So we have empowerment for young people to be a voice in their community. That was particularly pertaining to Project Safe. Empowering young children to enjoy reading or literacy, which would Reach Out and Read. Support for the whole family, Even Start. And then education, exclamation. Providing a safe and comfortable environment for everyone. Staff work towards respecting different cultures and backgrounds. Working to address each situation as effectively as possible and using as many resources as we can. And staff try to create programming which models positive family support systems. And to, I guess the question, the most important that we thought might be education, or like pertaining to respecting different cultures. And that's what there's in the commission. And respecting cultures is very important because, you know, the communities we work with are very varying, and that's, you know, a beautiful, great thing, and we don't want to exclude anybody.
Okay, great. Does anything else stand out to any of the other members of the greater audience? Okay, so I'll just take those two, and we'll bring it to the group as a whole. So thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so we're going to have now the purple group.
Hi, I'm representing the purple group, and my name is Zenaida. Hi. And our group consisted of people from the Services of Older Adults and AmeriCorps, and then I'm from Family Support Services. And what we kind of didn't want to have in ours was the staff and families, the separation of the two. So our first one is a collaboration between families, community, and Lutheran to provide and receive services with dignity and respect. And then number two is a promise to serve and advocate for the community with humility and compassion. And then also to respect diversity among the population, which kind of goes back to what the white group was saying. And then to offer services based on the needs of the community, not what we think, but what the community feels that they need, with a multicultural perspective. And our last one we said would be our agency's name if we were to have one, which is Share and Care. Sharing resources with people and caring about the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you.